Good day everyone. So I am Nika Bongo. So my topic for today is all about the teacher's roles and responsibility. So the first role of a teacher is educator. So diba from the word educator, so they educate us not only in the specific subjects but all subjects, and they also discipline those students, and they are a good role model. So if the teacher shows a good attitude, then the teacher will follow. So nila yung mga students na magkaroon ng acquire knowledge or at ma-develop ang kanilang mga critical thinking skills. So the second is facilitator. So teachers act as facilitator of learning, creating an engaging and inclusive classroom environment. They encourage student participation, facilitate discussions, and provide opportunities for students to explore concepts independently or in groups. In the facilitator, so teachers act as a facilitators. So yung teachers is facilitate talaga sila sa, kung for example sa school natin, so 'di ba, sila yung gumagawa ng mga engaging activities, and also they facilitate us through they encourage us into participation, and also they facilitate discussion, so 'di ba, and provide opportunities for students to explore, at nagbibigay din sila ng mga opportunities sa mga students. For example, they will give the student opportunities to learn more, diba? So they encourage. So for example, in grouping, so the teacher will facilitate the students. So the next is mentor and role model. So teachers play a crucial role as mentors and role models for their students. So they inspire and motivate students to reach their full potential, both academically and personally. So they provide guidance, offer advice, and serve as a source of inspiration, helping students develop positive attitudes, values, and behaviors. So, diba, ang mentor talaga is nag-guide sa mga student. So at saka they give an advice to a student, and of course role model. So a good role model, for example, as a teacher, for example, if may problema ka sa bahay nyo, so as a teacher, hindi mo talaga dadalhin yan sa classroom mo, and always positive. And also, if you show to your student a good person, so the students will copy you or something like that, and also the teacher inspires the students. For example, si teacher is mabait, so na-inspire sila, parang sabi nila, ay mas gusto kong maging teacher kagaya ni ma'am so ganyan. So in positive and role model, teacher help students to develop positive attitude daw and values and behavior. So 'di ba, kung mabait yung teacher, is maraming bata na mabait din. Pero kung yung teacher naman is masama yung ugali, of course ang student is ganun rin, kasi nga yung mga bata is a greatest imitator. So the fourth is assessor. So teachers assess student learning through various means such as exams, quizzes, projects, and assignments. They evaluate students' performance, provide constructive feedback, and track progress to identify areas of improvement. So in assessor, of course, the teachers is also an assessor, because they assist the students. For example, 'di ba, we have our exams and quizzes and assignment, so through ganon is maa-assist niya din yung student if naka-learn ba siya sa mga klase niya or in the lesson nila. And also they evaluate performance. So 'di ba yun nga yung for example sa early childhood, so 'di ba meron tayong ACCD or checklist para so we check the progress kung saan ba sila nagpa-progress sa, for example mataas sila sa physical, 'di ba? For example sa gross motor skill mas mataas sila or dun sila mas nag-improve. Number 5 is the classroom manager. So, teachers are responsible for maintaining a well-managed and organized classroom environment. They establish classroom rules and routines, manage students' behavior, and create a safe and respectful learning environment. So, teacher as a classroom manager. So, they are responsible for maintaining, manage, and organize classroom environment. So, di ba, as a teacher, so, for example, sa early childhood, they will organize, for example, here is the mini library and this play area and classroom rules and routines. So, they make classroom rules and manage student behavior. So, of course, diba, they manage the behavior of students. For example, in kindergarten, so meron doong estudyante na makulit. So, of course, diba, minamanage niya yun. Hindi niya agad pinapagalitan or iintindihin niya or kakausapin lang niya, diba? So, maraming roles ng teachers. So, and create a safe and respectful learning environment. So, 'di ba? Ang teachers is inuuna talaga nila yung mga safety ng mga students nila. 'Di ba? For example, sa classroom, they ensure that the classroom are clean or walang mga hazards or yung delikado na maaring masugatan yung mga students nila. Number 6 is the collaborator. So, teachers collaborate with colleagues, parents, and other stakeholders to create a supportive learning community. So, they work together with other teachers to plan curriculum, share resources, and exchange best practices. So, teacher as a collaborator. So, for example, the parents and teacher conference or what is that, PTA, Parents and Teachers Association, 'di ba? So, ang mga teachers talaga at saka parents is nagko-collab sila so that malalaman nila kung ano yung bata, kung may bawal ba sa kanya or ano ba yung, at saka sa mga stakeholders and create a supportive learning community. So, last is the lifelong learner. So, teachers are lifelong learners themselves, continuously acquiring new knowledge, skills, and strategies to enhance their teaching practice. So, 'di ba, yung teachers talaga is although might work na sila or nakapagtapos sila ng pag-aaral, but still they are a lifelong learner. Kasi nga, 'di ba? So, yung teachers is sumasali sila ng mga seminars para mas mapalawak yung mga kaalaman nila at saka 'di ba, nag-aaral pa rin sila. For example, sa master teachers, 'di ba? Like something like that. And also through pag-teach nila is makaka-learn din sila. So, ayun, teachers as a lifelong learner. So, the next is the special populations. So, those students who share a common background, a cultural orientation, physical capabilities, and or a developmental or psychological status. So, special population. So, for example, iba sila ng mga cultures, 'di ba? So, that is one of example of special population. And also mapapabilang na rin dito yung mga bata with children with disabling conditions, so 'di ba ganyan, or physical capabilities. Children with disabling conditions, so children with disabling conditions are children who have been diagnosed with a physical, cognitive, or developmental condition that significantly affects their ability to function and participate in daily activities. Here are the examples of the children with disabilities. So first is autism or spectrum disorder, or ASD. ASD is a developmental disorder that affects communication, social interaction, and behavior. Children with ASD may have difficulty with verbal and non-verbal communication, social interactions, and may exhibit repetitive behaviors or restricted interests. So, ang mga ASD daw is yung nahihirapan silang makipag-communicate, makipag-usap, or sa mga non-verbal also nahihirapan din sila. At saka I think hindi sila nakakikipag social interaction, at paulit-ulit yung mga behaviors nila. For example, nagawa na nila yon, ulit din talaga nila kung ano yung ginawa nila. Next is Down syndrome. So Down syndrome is a genetic disorder caused by the presence of an extra copy of chromosome. So children with Down syndrome may have challenges with cognitive development, speech and language skills, motor skills, and may require ongoing support and therapies to enhance their abilities. So in Down syndrome daw is nahihirapan silang mag-isip, at saka makipagkausap, at saka mahina rin yung motor skills na yung finger like that, and also kailangan talaga na may therapy para makapag-support sa kanila at mapa-enhance yung ability nila. So next is the attention deficient hyperactivity disorder, or the ADHD. So ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects children's ability to pay attention, control impulsivity, and regulate their behaviors. Child with ADHD may have difficulty focusing, following instruction, and stay organized, and may exhibit hyperactivity or impulsive behaviors. So the next is the high achieving and low achieving. So first is the individualized learning plans. So assess each child's learning styles to tailor the curriculum accordingly. So in the individualized learning plans, so the teacher will assess the child's learning styles to curriculum accordingly. So ina-assess nila if na meet ba ng bata yung curriculum. Next is the interactive and hands-on activities. So engage children in experiential learning activities that promote exploration. Hands-on activities can be particularly effective for accommodating different learning. So 'di ba, through interactive and hands-on activities, so makakapag-explore yung bata at magkakaroon siya ng deeper understanding, and hands-on activities is effective talaga sa mga bata kasi ma-accommodate yung different learnings nila. Third is the flexible grouping. So utilize both grouping and based on the learning objectives and needs of the children. So 'di ba, of course in every discussion, so we have groupings, utilize grouping based on learning objectives and needs Kasi sa flexible grouping kasi mamimit talaga nila yung mga needs nila. For example, nakakapag-share sila ng mga kanilang mga ideas, at also nakaka-learn sila through their group mates. So fourth is the continuous assessment and feedback. So regularly assess children's progress through various means such as observations and checklists. So 'di ba, sa continuous assessment and feedback, so paulit-ulit na natin to. So 'di ba, the teachers will regularly assess the children progress. So in early childhood education, in early childhood, so 'di ba, we have our ECCD checklist. So do through that, na-assist natin yung mga students if nag-improve ba sila or na-enhance ba nila yung mga learnings nila. And also isa rin yun sa observation. So yun lang po, at maraming salamat sa pakikinig.